Hi guys, I wanted to make a quick setup video of my everyday carry. This is my traveler's notebook. I got this from the Taroko shop on Etsy. I would highly recommend that store and I will leave a link down below. The owner of the store, Steven, is extremely pleasant to work with and they have really good customer service. I bought the soft supple leather traveler's notebook. You can see it's quite thick and it's become soft already, and I've had it for probably a week, I would say, or less than a week. Yeah, a week. I have done an unboxing and I will leave the link up here for you guys. You guys can check it out. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys are my charms. This is a little feather and it's a little purple stone, and below I have a purple bookmark that came with my Moleskine pocket, and this is a little starfish. I use a camelin pen. This pen was a gift from my grandfather to my husband, and he gave it to me. The nib is extra fine and it writes really well. The whole pen has been made out of metal. You can see that there's gold and then there's this gunmetal color, and it's got a nice weight to it, but it's not too heavy, and it's quite slim, which I really enjoy because I could just take this and hook it in to my binder clip right here. This traveler's notebook does not have a pen loop, it does not have pockets, and so I use this binder clip up front for housing my pen like I just showed you guys. I just clip it in, and I also use this to hold sticky notes inside. I make a list of things that I need to do that day or the projects that I'm working on, and I just like to tick them off as they're done. I also sometimes go to the groceries the grocery shop with this, and I just put it in like that, the list that I'm working on, and I just close it up and I just take my pen and check it off as I go shopping around the store. So I'm quite happy with my setup right now. I think this is a size that is really comfortable for me to carry around, and I will just go through my setup with you guys again. I have my field note size memo books, which I was talking about in an earlier video, but I just will go over it really quickly. I made a envelope which is also like my dashboard. Sometimes I have multiple lists and notes and I like to just stick them on there for easy access, and I put my extra sticky notes inside here. On the back end of it I have 3 inserts. I have one field note size, second again field note size, and the third is a pocket Moleskine planner. And here I put my address book in this pocket. This address book came with the pocket Moleskine, and I still haven't filled it up yet, but it's handy to have. So I'll just take that out to show you guys. I secured it with cello tape. This was an A4 plastic folder which I just cut up to make a pocket here, and I let the existing pocket, I just let that stay as it is. It's a small file that I found, and it had a travel theme to it, so I thought that was pretty apt for me to use in my traveler's notebook. Going over my inserts, my first insert is my work insert. I use this to document the species that I'm working on, or the species that I'm using for a certain project. I am landscape architect, and I spoke about this earlier. What I do is I have a key, which is an idea that I got from the bullet note system, and I like to make symbols for each of the different sections. So for example, for a shrub I put a capital S, and for ground cover it's a capital G, and for a special species I use a star here, and I use a sticky note to denote the beginning of every new project, and I write down the species and information regarding the species. Then my second insert is for my, it's a tracker. I track my allergies and my food here. It helps me stay balanced with my diet as well as my exercise as well as my intake of medicine and ointments, so that I can keep a track on how the ointment or the medicine is affecting my skin. I have a severe allergy on my hands. It's eczema. It's a certain strain of eczema called Pemphigus eczema. So I keep tabs on it, and this book accommodates 4 months at a time, and I got a pack of 3. I got 3 different notebooks. I got the ruled notebook that you can see here, and I got the plain notebook that I use here, and I also have a grid notebook which I haven't started using yet, but I would like to hopefully start a bullet journal in it, because I have been noticing that I use quite a bit of these stickies to write notes from day to day. So I thought maybe I can just use the grid book instead. So I'll see how that is going to work out. I have a cute little plastic tab that I use to just keep my space. I have each of the months I denote in a certain sticky color. April is blue, and I use a roller date stamp to mark the stamps. I prepare this ahead of time every month. On the first of the month, I usually sit and do that. And then I write down the medicine that I've taken. I have abbreviations for it, which I've put into the key at the beginning that you guys saw. And I write down what I had for breakfast with a B, lunch for L, snack for S, dinner for D. And sometimes I have dessert, and so I denote that with a double D. I put these stars here to denote what I've done. I moisturized my hands with the moisturizer that my doctor gave me here. I have dry hands here. I just like to keep tabs on all of that. It might not be anything interesting for you all, but for people who have allergies, I'm sure this is quite helpful. I'm sure they can identify with it. If you guys want me to go and do a detailed setup of how I use this insert, please leave a comment below, and I will be more than happy to do that for y'all. The last insert that I have is quite thick. It is a hardbound Moleskine planner. I wanted the soft bound, but then only hardbound was available, and I'm quite happy with the decision now, because I tend to throw around my books a little bit, especially when they're the traveler notebooks. I mean, they can handle the rough use, and I take this with me everywhere, and this hardbound is actually protecting it, because I will change out these every few months, these inserts, but this is the whole year, so I'd like to keep that handy with me. 26, I've put 2 stickers, 2 and 6. You can see it's gold foiled, and that's the general theme of my book. I have a gold binder clip, I have a little bit of brass colored charms, I have a slightly gold brassish toned pen, and I have these little stickers. I think they look quite cute. I mean, it just says 26 on it. It's symbolic of just where I've reached so far. That's the age I'm gonna turn later this month, 26 in 2016. I'm born in 1990, so it's just a personal message for me. You know, it's symbolic for me. I'm not gonna go through my personal information. I'll go directly to the yearly layout. If you guys can see, that's my yearly layout. I have my monthly layouts where I like to mark off birthdays, because I'm really bad at wishing people on their birthdays, so I tend to track that. And I also mark my holidays, and I put my inserts using these rubber bands, and I deliberately put this within the month that we're on, so I don't need to use a marker, and it just automatically opens to that. And then I use the marker that they've given me to mark out the week, and I keep it simple. I don't do much decorating with it, and maybe I should, but so far I'm happy with it, and I don't have anything in the back, and that's about it.